Hey guys, Grim Titan here to talk about my starting of this journal. This is kind of like my way to journal my way through Ashes of Creation Alpha 2 Phase 2. Little bit about me. I am a newer YouTuber, newer Twitch streamer. Previously, I've just done roleplay experience stuff, so voice roleplay, Wild West roleplay, Conan, Life is Feudal, all that kind of stuff. But before all that, I was a MMO gamer. Wasn't an MMO streamer really. Played WoW growing up. Played Warhammer Online. Played Terra. Played Rift. Played, of course, New World. So I've been gaming, doing MMOs for quite a while. Got into Ash Creation a couple years back when I saw the videos and said, "Hey, that's it for me." So I am Grim Titan. I'm playing Ricard here. This is in the Aldunir Guild in Dunehold. We are Aldunir. We're probably the largest Aldunir guild. We are on the server Vyra and currently at the node Joeva. So if you guys are looking for a little dwarven home, come hit us up, right? So let's get right into the meat and potatoes. So this whole journal thing, this whole shtick, right? So I didn't get to play much of Alpha One at all. I was not much in the know of what's going on. When it came to Phase One for the Alpha Two, I did jump on board, but I was only able to play to like level 9. I didn't have weekends available, so I wasn't able to play a lot. So didn't get a lot of Alpha Two. But now that we're in Phase Two, I've been able to play it now religiously for the past 2 weeks. As you see from this background footage, this is us farming here in Karf. You know, once you start playing it, you start knowing where these places are, and I'll talk more about what's going on in the videos in the future. This right now is just kind of some background stuff to flash, have the keys jangle in front of the baby, right? Starting out, took me about 4 days to get to level 20. I know it's not impressive. That's not the best. It's not a bragging point. It's just that's what it felt like. That kind of lines up with, I guess, the overall idea is that if getting to level 50 eventually means 200 hours, taking half that time to get to level 20, 25 ish, right? That makes sense, right? That's on board, and that feels nice. As someone who played a lot of Warhammer back in the day, played a lot of WoW, the slower level streaming, slower level leveling, and all that. I mean, I enjoy it a lot more. It's nice to have a character that I'm playing and spending time with and getting to attached to really emotionally, right? Like spending all this time with one character just to get them to a certain point. It's refreshing. Modern retail WoW, you can get to max level in like a day or two, really, and it's kind of heartbreaking. Like you don't really have an attachment to your characters in a lot of these modern MMOs, and so it's nice to kind of go back to this old school feeling, this Arcade feeling. Because I loved Arcade back in the day. It's nice to go back to that, right? And I think that's really my biggest draw to Ashes here is that I'm an old Arcade player, I'm an old WoW player, so like this brings back that old MMO feelings, and I kind of like that, right? I'm not going to, of course, pitch Ashes Creation. If you're watching this video, you probably already know what Ashes Creation is. So I'm not going to get too much into the weeds and details and make this like a noob how-to video or anything like that. This is kind of like my rambling points, right? Just kind of document my journey through all this. PvP, my thoughts on that. I got to do a little bit of it. Right now, it's still very punishing if you're leveling because you get into XP debt. And so it's like you always have that timid thought. A lot of times the PvP seems as just training mobs on each other and, running in to sleep with someone's healer while they're trying to farm and all that. The PvP seems more griefing than it does actually us trying to get at each other's throats and prove something. I imagine once the caravan systems get more fleshed out, that'll be more awesome. I'm hoping that the caravan system, the trade system, is fleshed out more because I loved how it worked in Arcade. Running little pack mules, running little farm carts with the trade packages. Going across the great ocean. That's something I'm really looking forward to is doing ocean trade, ocean travel, and all that. I look forward to that kind of stuff. Ignore the background. They're taking screenshots and snippets of our guild being goofy. It's kind of almost distracting me. Jingle jingling the keys in front of my own face, right? So that's my biggest thing. What I'm looking forward to is the trade and caravan system. I really do want to see how that works out, because that was my biggest bummer with Arcade when they kind of changed up that system. I used to like trying to make packages in the White Forest. Can't remember its full name. Then take it to 2 crowns and then sail across the ocean and then go down to like Sand Deep or whatever. Like, I liked that. And then when they changed it where you get like shards or whatever it was rather than actually like hard currency, it's kind of like, well, this is lame. So I'm looking forward to all of that. I'm excited to see how that works. I liked that part of Arcade. That's for me the biggest grab. I like the sandbox MMO style of it. Takeaways, problems, things that are kind of like holding me back, like kind of like, I wish they'd do this better. It's hard to judge a lot of what they could do better when it comes to how raw everything is, right? Like the node system still feels very janky and new, and it's fresh. It's it's until I see it fleshed out more, it's hard to really judge the node system if I like it or not. It's for now only one way, which is he who is most popular wins, right? Gets to become mayor. So that's gonna, until they flesh that system out, it's a bit more different, right? I would like to see more fleshing out of the, which we will, I imagine, as levels go on, fleshing out the classes. Like right now, playing as mage, right? And I got to play all the other classes too over the past couple of weeks, and mage is very much straightforward damage dealer, right? You can do a little bit of buffing, with enchanting other people's weapons, but getting to play like things like bard, getting to play things like tank, getting to play cleric, I would like to see a bit more nuance to mage, honestly. As a mage main, this is kind of like my complaining fest, my whining fest. I would like to see mages be able to do a little bit more. Give me some counter spells, kind of like how the silence / rebuking word, or whatever it's called, from the bard works. Give me something like that. Give me maybe even like an arcane aura that buffs up people's magic ability in the party. Maybe give me something like that, or their mana regen, or let me have some cool. Give me some group support, right? Right now it feels like the mage is just so damage focused that there isn't really much to have support rolling as a group. And I want more classes to have the ability to be support, right? That may come when we have the 2 archetypes, so you can be mage and bard, and then you can get your supports. Who knows? I would like to see that fleshed out. That's probably the biggest and only complaint I have, is that right now, just as a mage player, I just feel very it's mage. It feels just like mage from WoW. It feels just like mage from any other game, which is fine. That is a good thing. It feels like a solid caster. But I want to see more. I always want more. We're greedy, right? We're humans like that, right? Game, honestly, I'm enjoying it. I've almost every day pumped in, at least 10, 12 hours. I've no-lifed it, I've enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it's sad that, work's coming back, right? Holidays are over with. Happy New Year, everyone. So I'll have to go back to only being able to play a couple hours per night, so I'll be a regular Andy. So it'll be nice to see, you guys could track this, my next video whenever I make it, probably next week or so, how it feels playing the game at a more casual level rather than a no-life, right? This past 2 weeks I've been able to play all the different classes, get most of them up to at least 10 to 20, right? And I really get to no-life things, right? And now that I'm going to go back to being a casual Andy, I want to see if my perspective changes. I've seen some people burnt out, some people put a lot of hours in phase 1, and we saw the whole narc, that content creator drama, so we've seen some people really get burnt out. I'm not even going to touch that kind of stuff, but I'm interested to see how, as a casual Andy, I start to look at the game and play the game and feel with the game, right? Since I didn't get a lot of time in phase 1, I wasn't really burnt out, so when this came out, it was right when I went on holiday break for my 2 weeks as well. Perfect timing, right? So for me, it lined up. I'm really excited to try out more about that. Overall, when it comes to each of the classes, I am definitely favoring mage the most. It is the most fun to me. It's the simplest. It is cast magic, as you see here in the background. It is very straightforward. You get a rotation. It's fun. You get to build in those rotations, like doing shatter. It's awesome. I will say then after that, Bard was really complex. Like my simple brain was almost exploding at times. Like, oh, I gotta do this and do that. Oh, I gotta make sure that my weapon finishers actually really matter. You know, like being a mana battery to my party. Like being Bard was super complex, and I really liked that. So like Bard is like number 2 for me. Like it's neck and neck almost, but Mage wins out just because you know it is simple to win grinding for 20, 30 hours. Just to turn off brain, watch a TV show, and click, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Like, just have a rotation of damaging spells down, right? While with Bard, I always had to constantly always be like, okay, are they casting? Okay, interrupt. Do they have that buff? Okay, I gotta Maddening Dance and debuff them, right? Which is awesome. I love that about Bard. Bard is probably my most interactive class playing. Tank felt very much like Prot Pally from WoW. I liked it. It felt good. Tank felt like Tank. Didn't get to play too much with Ranger. We have, you know, several Rangers in the party, and I would always talk to them and such like that, and it seems straightforward. When it comes to Cleric felt like a Cleric should. Like the Senate classes right now feel like they should, and I like that. That it does appeal to me as an old school Andy, as you know, now a guy in his 30s, and you know, I've been playing games, you know, since I can remember, right? It's good to be back into something that's solid like this. So 2 weeks in, I'm sold. Obviously, I know this is an alpha. All this is going to be wiped, and this is probably not even going to be anything close to what the finished product is like, right? Because obviously, max level being 50 plus. This is just 1/8 of the world. You know, we have so much more to go, and we have. I'm going to guess like 2, maybe 3 years of development still ahead. I know people want to throw numbers out there, and Steven Sharif, the lead, doesn't want to give a direct number. I feel that at least it has a couple years of this alpha underneath it. So I'm intrigued to see how I change over the next couple years with both life events going on, just how life takes me, but as well as how I document this journey. So if you guys keep watching these videos, great, awesome. I'd love to have you along. Give me your thoughts down below. We can even have some discussion on it. This really is just going to be like a journal kind of series. This is us vlogging through Ashes Creation. Hell, I might even just call the video that, vlogging through Ashes Creation, right? It's going to be simple videos like this, and when I start getting tips and tricks, you know, I'll probably do some videos like that, like talking about things like, you know, talking about my experiences with these guys right here, the Sighted Fanatics. Our group, our party, had the devilest of time fighting them because of that AoE they have. If you don't catch that little red mist AoE on the ground, oof, it's donezo, right? You know, that was one-shotting a couple of us, so... things like that, you know, like what I consider the most deadliest mobs and things like that. But thanks for watching, guys. Honestly, you know, give a like, check me out on Twitch, Twitch TV, Grim Titan, links and all that stuff down below. You know how it normally goes. But yeah, no, hit me up in game if you ever want to talk. Give me your thoughts. I'd love to start just kind of compiling things for future journal entries. Anyway, thanks, guys. See you all next time.